Andree Pothier. Andree, yes. Andree Pothier.
Pothier.
Right.
Yeah.
Pot or Pothier?
Pothier.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a
That's
story
hard. I'm glad you
behind
don't
that
come
too.
off
It used to
and-
be Poitier, and they
Better
changed
than
it.
Potter.
And they migrated
Do you want
to
a
Nova
mic?
Scotia, became
Oh, I
French
got
Acadian.
I have a mic, thank you.
Yeah.
That's probably
Father's
the
parents.
Beautiful name.
Yes.
Yeah,
I do want
it's
to
like
do
music. Yeah.
Yes, and
So-
I'm glad I'm past that part. So let me do this. I'm excited, Ray.
I am very excited because we just finished a podcast with
Okay.
the wonderful Martin Rossip, right?
That's
Or
right.
Rose,
Okay.
yeah, Rossip, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and man, that was just
You
incredible.
just threw my game off. You put a wrench in my game. I'll tell
I
you
always
why.
put a wrench in your
Yeah,
game.
yeah, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. It's because when I said I'm very excited, I think typically the normal response would be, why are you excited?
Yeah.
And then I would have explained what you just explained.
Oh,
So
okay.
now I have nothing.
Hey, well, that's oneness.
You got
That's
some.
oneness.
You gotta win. You said Pothier, right?
What's that? I gotta
You
win
did a
because
good
of
job.
that.
That's it.
But anyway, it's exciting to be here, and
Yes, it is.
with Andre and
Yeah.
Kevin
Yes.
and Doug and of course Peter.
Thank you.
Peter.
And
The
Rain
star
Jordan.
of the show.
Wow, I don't know
Yes,
about
and
that.
Rain.
And Rain
Yes.
Jordan.
Pleasure.
But so let's we all met with Kevin last time, and
Right.
of course we know he's a pastor and an incredible bass player in the Bay Area and beyond, and that was a good conversation. Is he in enough?
Yeah.
Should we bring him in more? He's good?
There's plenty in
Stop
here.
it. You know, I did something like this to him at one of the shows. I'm like, hey, is it good this or that? Because dude, there's a lot in Andree and Ring. I'm talking to all of you, okay? There's been times where I'm shooting something
Right.
at the show, and you're like, oh man, damn, I didn't realize the sun was coming right in, or I didn't realize that. So I say it to him, and he's like, dude, I don't need a mother. I already have a mother. Okay, I don't need you, but that's all right, Doug. I'm just making sure.
I
It's all
didn't
good.
say
Hey, and another thing is, which I didn't do with Martin Rossip. See, Martin Rossip's a doctor and everything. I had to be on my best behavior with my dude right there.
You were not on your best
I
behavior.
was
I was gonna say,
Favorite
you got three
ever.
people. Oh, see.
Well, Lagunitas
Take
has
note.
no idea how amazing
Well,
this is
Hey,
because
our
this
38
is
followers can make a big
Wait a
difference to their
minute.
company.
Hey.
Okay.
especially
everything.
if we're doing
Starting
it.
small is the secret to everything. So this
That's
is our
right.
little
There you
tiny
go.
desk podcast.
And then you grow with the flow.
Oh my God!
She's
are you
got a
kidding?
painting of mine called.
Yeah, he changed the
Okay.
name. He had to put up.
All right,
Oh,
so
okay.
We never. No.
This
but
is-
I'm gonna give
this
this
is
to you.
funny.
Okay. All right. There's so many different ways to go. I first have to explain who she is.
Yes.
Who is this mystery lady here?
Okay.
Well, Andre and I, and you may have to tell me at one point here soon how we first got to know each other or whatnot. So I'm going to let you figure that one out because I don't really remember, to be honest.
Yeah, it was
I
easy.
do.
That
You
was
remember
easy.
how we first
Kevin,
met?
remember
Not
his
you
memory?
first.
No,
his
this
memory
was-
is
Because
You
he's
got
incredible.
to phrase that because I brought her to.
Well, yeah, but I was following you before
Online.
that on Facebook when you were on my real page, which you'll
That's
back
what I'm
on.
saying. Okay, so
Wait a
Andre.
minute. Wait.
Yes.
Facebook doesn't
Wait.
count as a meeting, though.
No.
Well, yes,
definitely
I
not.
didn't even know she
All
was
right.
here.
Oh, shit, we're going off on tangent. This is, we
Well-
were nice and just, very calm and collected at the last show. Now, this is not going to be anything like that. So I want to explain who she is. Okay. I met Andre at some point in time. She's going to clear this up. She's a tireless supporter of from Oregon. And I believe, if my memory serves correct, your mom lives in Sacramento.
She does.
Right? And you come and visit her all the time.
She's
But what's-
102 and a half.
Wow.
Gotta
That's
add.
awesome.
That's some good
And make sure
genes.
that's up there
Amazing.
so you can hear yourself. Make sure the
Yeah.
mic's up a little bit. But she's so cool, Andreas, because in you know this. Not only is she a tireless supporter of music in your area, but you support it down here. You got your road dog right here,
Right
okay,
there.
which you now become. That's
Kevy
the,
Poo.
Yeah, okay, Kevy Poo. So your road dog here,
Oh,
Kevy Poo.
I
Oh,
love
damn.
Kevy
Poo.
Oh,
I
good.
love
There
it.
you
That's
go,
the one and
brother.
only time you get to say that.
That's the only time.
They all got
Oh,
it now.
wow.
And everyone watching.
Hey, Kevy
Oh,
Poo.
that's how we do it.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Okay.
Doug. No.
That's how we do it. Okay.
No,
Hallelujah.
No, I got a good memory, right?
Okay.
I just reminded you, okay?
She was saying it.
Okay then.
But so she's a tireless supporter of music in her
Yeah.
area of Oregon, Portland in
Forever.
particular.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd love to hear a little bit about that. But then you're a big supporter of the Backyard Improv. You come to as many of these shows as
Absolutely.
possible. And you're also the best of the best as far as the collectors of my art. And I love you just because you got a great personality, but I appreciate you and genuinely thank you for the support that you give the music scene, which everybody loves. They look forward to you coming. So you've made a fan club of not just myself and Kevin, but you got other ladies there and other people in general.
They're all part
and
of
they're
your
like,
fan club.
yeah,
And here's how we all got together.
and I love
that.
right. So,
Yeah,
but
thank you
for being a
much.
supporter of that and for the art. And I'll let you kind of maybe talk about it. But thank you for all you do. We can talk about me later. Let's talk about Oregon and music for you.
Okay.
I mean, what's the scene that you have going on there now? What are you
right
doing
now,
in Oregon?
because
right
it's still a bit changed since COVID hit us, and as you know, all the venues were shut down. I was doing a jazz, not a jazz, but I was doing a music clinic every Sunday in my big front studio. I had, keyboards, I had drums, I had congas, I had, blah, 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 and everybody's amps and so on. So I would have a different clinician come once a week, and sometimes they were very well known, some worldwide, and they would talk on whatever the topic seemed appropriate at the time, talking about how it is touring and how they made their life, where they started, whatever. And then the last ones that we got into after years of doing different people all the time, Curtis Salgado and, just a lot of local folks there too in Portland. And we started doing jam etiquette classes, I named them.
Oh, cool.
Because I heard from a lot of jammies and jammers, both sides. That jammies.
I've never heard that.
This, I just made those up. So
Oh,
I'm trying to figure out which is
That's what you said.
Well,
Because I'm saying to myself, man, I'm into music and everything, and I don't want to seem like I don't know
Jammies,
what the
I
hell
like
I'm
the jammies.
But jammies,
Okay,
where's
so
that shit come
we
from?
have the jammies are the ones that are
So I'm not
giving.
the only one.
You're
Oh,
doing
no,
Kevin.
I'm still doing it.
Okay, okay.
So the jammies are the ones that hold the jazz.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the jammers are the ones that come to jam.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Makes perfect
We'll do that.
sense.
It could go either way, but
Yes.
we'll do that one right
That
now.
makes sense.
Okay. But anyway, those classes got filled up rather quickly. I had about 18 chairs in my studio, and it was $35 a head. And that place was filled all the time. And we had some great stuff because the jammers could now get up in a safe place and talk about, there's only one person I wanted to play with, but you sign in when you get there. And then when they call your name, you go, I want to wait for, they go, well, sorry, And so then the jammies got to feel the other side of things. So it kind of helped put that together. And then I started doing some jam sessions at one of the big clubs that we go
So
to.
we have a lot in
And so,
common as far as
yeah,
that's
I love
concerned.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a producer, right?
Yeah,
If you will. That
exactly.
sounds a little too grandiose for me. I don't even want to call myself that, but you're a producer. You are.
Well, what I had to do when COVID came and nobody could be in the venues all shut down, musicians were like, so I started Music in the Hood. And in my neighborhood, I went in about a 3-mile radius, beautiful neighborhood. People, everybody's wonderful. And I would put up flyers that I made on all of the common area mailboxes. I know the mail lady real well. She comes and has a beer with me every now and again after work. Anyway, I went around and I taped them on all the mailboxes, get a good walk in and come back because she knew I'd always pull them down after the gig on a Sunday. So come Monday, it wasn't any mail anyway on Sunday. But it would tell people, we're following COVID outline, please wear a mask and bring your own chair and blah, blah, blah. So my street people would line chairs up all over and coming from all around. And all the little kids would be out in the street dancing to music and they'd be playing in my driveway. And I put a tip bucket down at the end of the driveway. And an hour and a half, typically it was at least a minimum of $300.
Okay.
And once a month I'd have, a different band come in. So they were at least being heard, they were getting to play.
Yeah,
And they got
totally.
some money.
And community was forming, all of that. Yeah,
it was
during
amazing.
a time that was so much needed as well.
Yeah. So my neighbors keep asking, when are you going to do that again? That was amazing.
Yeah.
So,
when are you
Yeah.
going to do it again?
well, I've been thinking about it.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll see. I mean, the clubs are open now, but
well,
there's still
it takes a lot of
strange.
work. You just said, Andre, I'm gonna turn to this nice gentleman, your road dog, and say thanks for all you do.
No.
I know you get paid more by going someplace else and all that, but I appreciate you doing what you do for my scene, our scene, because it's really
I
all
would never
it's
met
all
you.
of our scene, the backyard. So thank you, man, because your help.
We were discussing this on the way down. I've never done this for the money.
I know.
Right.
I know.
For me,
Yeah.
it's always been a
Well,
challenge.
and you have a drive too,
Everybody's
you know. So you know.
So I did it for the gas money, I will say.
Okay. Well, yeah, to be able to get here.
But I didn't do
Yeah.
it for the money per
Right.
se. It wasn't like a regular gig.
Right.
You know, I mean, I did 2 in the club. Those were for the money.
Yeah.
I
Right.
was there. But when I started doing the improvs, it was never about the money. It was always about the challenge.
I got an idea.
Yeah.
Okay. I know you have a lot of questions, and I'm going to have you get to and do your rain thing. Okay. But we got your perspective last time. Do you remember the story when we talked to him and we asked them how they met?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like being a cop, all right? You're a
More
detective,
time.
and you take these 2 suspects, you split them up, and find out,
Like who has
okay, and
what
see if their
stories.
shit matches or whatnot, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so
They're finna
you
get
don't
cut
you
back.
don't get to say anything now,
Right.
okay?
What he said was correct. However, there's more to
That's
it.
a real
even.
friend right
Okay.
there.
Wait.
So, the essence of
Well, how do you know what he said?
okay,
Because she
because
listens.
I listened
Oh, wow.
to
Oh,
it.
wow.
So anyway, what he said.
See,
Okay,
she
go
listened
ahead.
to happy someone's
So
listening.
I was
Damn it.
listening to one before I had ever met him and
But
or
you should
Sonny.
hear her perspective on
This
it.
is
Yeah.
cool.
It is
Okay.
No,
different.
No, I want to hear
Because
it.
what happened? Oh my. Anyway, so I'm listening. I'm watching on my phone, whatever, my iPad, and just digging every bit of it. You know, everything you have on there is always amazing. So he played a solo with his green strings, and I was
With his what?
green strings on his bass that he's got.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
vivid. Anyway, so he's playing funky, slap. I love that. And so I put, hey, nice solo. Well, kind of
Sorry, you said slapping them.
She,
She says you loved
she
it.
didn't tell you,
You
she's
know?
a bass player, so she
Okay.
was
Well, still,
Yeah,
that's not what went in my head.
that's my
so-
favorite act. Is I've got a
That was funny.
It was.
You just
I
that
am
was funny. That was funny.
It was.
Okay.
I'm in a sound gear. That's my main act. I love it. But anyway, so I also did like the flute solo that Sonny did because I love my whole family are flutists and violinists. I can tell you a story about my Uncle Lambros Dimitrios Kalimos, that played the first flute solo at Carnegie Hall, 1938, and again in 1939.
Wow.
And that's just one of the family members that, anyway, and he was also the one that wrote all the codes for all the military and stuff. Look him up.
Wow.
Lambros Dimitrios Kalimos.
Oh, I need the spelling
Egypt.
of that. Can
Yeah.
you
I will do
forward
that.
that to me? Thank
Yeah,
you.
but anyway.
I would too.
Oh,
I'm getting that.
totally amazing.
So you said
Okay,
your whole
so-
family played
Oh.
the flute?
We have flutists and violinists, yeah.
Flutist
From the
and
New York
violinist.
Philharmonic Symphony and on, and yeah, anyway.
Okay.
So I'll tell you more about that
Mhm.
as we need to, but I'm going to finish here.
Okay.
So Sonny also played a nice flute solo, and I'd not heard him before either.
Mhm.
So I
Sonny's
was like,
fair, right?
okay.
Yeah.
So he kind of responded, I think when he thought that what I said, nice solo, was about him.
Mhm.
There's that element. And I think I got a response, hey, thank you, sweetie, whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay. And so I ended up sending a message to Kevin saying, by the way, I really liked your bass solo, and that's actually who I meant that for. So I kind of did that aside, but
So far, it's matching.
let him know. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, here's the rest of
I
this.
believe Kevin 100%.
What happened after that is that Sonny and I
Mhm.
connected on a whole amazing level. He's the one that produced in my hotel room. He brought all the stuff, the big microphone
Yeah.
roundy thing and all the other sound stuff. And I recited 23 poems I'd written from the 70s just into COVID. And we recorded, just like that, bam. 15 minutes later, we have a spoken word CD.
Wow.
And it's entitled "It's the Little Things."
So
And
one
life,
take?
That's
Just one.
one take. That's it. Done.
Yeah.
And then he went. He cleaned up a little whatever. But he also, I gave him 3 different YouTubes. One is they're all sounds of nature. The
Mhm.
gentle rolling waves of the ocean,
Mhm.
the trickling of a stream,
Mhm.
and the quiet chirping of birds in the meadow behind. And then him with his flute atop it all.
Beautiful.
It is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So where is this?
It's called It's the Little Things. It's a CD. I
Yes,
gave
I've
you
got it,
one.
I've
Yeah.
got it, I've got it.
Yeah. I don't have any of the CDs left. I keep thinking, well, I'll make some more. But I have the recording, and I thought I messaged it to you on Facebook. You might
Okay.
check.
Okay.
Well, I
And
can
if
also
not-
give you my CD.
All right, thank
so-
Okay, and if not, I'll send it to you
Yeah.
because it's right there.
Thank you.
But anyway, and
No,
that's
it's
how
great.
we came together
Yeah.
through you as well.
So now, how did
And
that
just-
happen?
By Peter,
Uh-huh.
and then he got in touch with me, still thinking that was me liking his solo.
Right.
So
Oh.
we started connecting.
She did. She did.
But I liked his solo anyway.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It was
And
a
I
good
like
solo.
Yeah.
And the fact that we came together
Mhm.
and created, I mean, I have a poem over here I wrote to him about the essence. It was our fathers who art in heaven that put us together on this path because we needed to lift one another and do this amazing creation.
Mhm.
And that's our connection.
All
Okay,
right.
Go
So,
ahead.
blah, blah, blah.
Get your poem.
So, okay.
Go ahead and grab your poem. Now will be the time for her
Yeah.
to recite her poem. Right?
Absolutely.
I have a ton of them, but that was the essence of it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I could do that, but yeah, I don't want to waste time and
No.
on beyond. But the essence,
Oh,
it's all
but-
about the essence.
Yeah.
Would you like to do your poem though? Yeah.
Yeah. Now's the time to do the
Yeah,
poem.
I would love to hear it.
See?
I'll
Oh,
help
the
you,
poems
Yeah.
themselves?
No, well that
Oh.
that particular poem, if you have it.
Oh, that, okay.
I know you said it was
That's
the
just
essence
a
of it,
little,
but
yeah,
wouldn't it be a
this is just a
segue
little,
into the one that you
yeah,
just
yeah,
were
yeah.
talking about?
This was Phoenix Rising with Sunny and Andree.
Okay.
Our fathers, whom art in heaven, reached out to connect our paths on a like journey to raise awareness, positivity, unity, and love in this broken world we live in, with the ties of family that bind us loosely yet assuredly.
Very
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
That is so
Thank you.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And she had it set to music, and it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got all the poems and stuff, but you need to hear them. They're very calming. They're very simple.
I like
'Cause
to hear them.
It's
Yeah.
it's the little things that usually go unnoticed or
I'm gonna
taken
look
for
at my
granted.
email. If not, then I'll reach out
Yeah,
to you and you can send it to
I
me.
know her very well. She's
Okay.
itching to ask some sort of poignant
Okay.
question.
She has to do it in the
What's that?
microphone. So.
She has to do it in the
Well,
micro. Yeah, make sure. She,
okay.
Oh, he's just talking shit for
I
me.
don't know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. I'm projecting.
Yeah, well, the dude for a while, we're all when he first came, okay, we're like, man, we gotta get the microphone up to you and stuff. And he's got it down here talking and stuff. Like, dude,
Oh.
you gotta project.
Yeah.
So.
No,
I
I'm not.
started shit.
I'm actually not.
Okay, is that what it was? All right.
I kind of do this. You
Okay,
know,
Ray.
I do know where we're supposed to be, right?
Yeah. So, we just.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, it's okay.
Saturday night.
She got something to say.
No, I
She
don't.
does. She's
Actually,
always got
really?
something.
no, I always have something to say because
Yes.
I'm a curious mind.
And
But
you're like,
I was just thinking how when I listen to some of the podcasts, how when we're talking over each other, I'm trying not to do that as much.
Oh.
Because it really is difficult to discern what people are saying.
exactly.
And so I am really trying to be cognizant of that because it makes for a better podcast.
I think as a whole, you're
Mhm.
correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
There are times where I like that jumbled back and forth, like, wait a minute, did that person just cuss that person out? Wait a minute, I'd like play that shit back because I think that, what is she saying? Yeah, so there are, I get it, I get it. You don't want that all show.
Not
You don't want
all
it for
of it.
long, no, and you
Yeah.
don't want it for long stretches.
Yeah.
But, it's funny because I've been recording the backyard improv stuff ever since the club. And now, obviously, outside. I always liked that style, not all the time. Everything's, in moderation, right? They tell you eat this, it's okay, but if you eat this much and whatnot. But I always liked that little bit of chatter, as long as it wasn't too much. So if there was a shooting, a song you were doing inside the club or even here, I like that clapping or that occasional, you go.
Right.
As long, there's a difference between that and then the people that are just talking endlessly at the bar. But here I'm like talking about shit they just did the same day or whatever. I mean, it's a total takeaway, a distraction from the song. But when you get those short little, like,
Right.
what would you call them, affirmations?
I like that.
Okay,
Affirmations,
affirmations, brother, right? So
Yeah.
when you get those reassurances and you hear from the crowd, I always thought that was so cool. So
Yeah.
this isn't exactly like that, but I do like the exchange every now and then.
Yeah,
in
that
moderation.
yeah, that spontaneous sort of live
Yes.
element.
good.
And yeah, I don't want to
Energy
take
pills, Yeah.
Now, you notice how everybody's slowed down and we're going one at a time?
No.
I'm just kidding.
No, yeah, but I don't want anyone else to do that. I feel like I want to do
Oh,
that.
you're talking about
Yeah.
backing out.
No, I'm just
You were going to be the getaway driver. Okay, you just quit on us.
She can't
You
drive
left
no
the
more.
bank robbers at the corner. and
Okay,
just
I
like-
do have a question.
Okay.
Okay, so you two met that way by her complimenting you.
Correct.
And then what happened after that? Was it romantic?
Never. No, that was something. Sorry.
That was so
Right
fast.
from the beginning,
Wait a
I
minute.
said, no. I told him, I said,
Wait a minute,
we
hold on.
were.
She's not going to tell you the truth regardless.
Yes, she
Hey, hey,
is. She's
hey,
a
yes,
woman.
I
She's
am.
telling me
tell,
the truth.
I tell the truth.
She's
Are
a
you
woman.
No
kidding?
matter what.
Yeah, she's a woman.
I
She's
told
telling me
him
the
right
truth.
from the start, you and I
Now
were
he
meant
may not
to
tell
be
me the
the
truth.
best of friends.
You're guilty of what you were just talking
Yeah,
about.
What do you
listen,
mean?
whatever.
Well,
Should I
we're
talk
all-
to you?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay, hold on. Don't worry, we're going to
It's
reel
gonna
it back in
happen
a second.
But the thing
You think
I
I'm-
told
Go ahead.
him,
I'm not capable of
when
doing
we
it.
connected, I felt right away that we were family.
Right
And I
away.
wanted to keep that feeling. So I
Okay.
just said, any thoughts that you have, and if I might have one, we got to get rid of that as far, and plus he was still married at the time. And I don't
well,
do
that
that
makes a
shit,
huge
I'm
difference
sorry.
then. Yeah.
So anyway,
Oh,
we,
you were married.
he
You were
called
married.
my mother and I the
Golden Girls.
The Golden Girls.
Okay. Okay.
How did
Well,
that go
first
over?
And
They were okay?
so I just told him, here's the deal.
Uh-huh.
We are always going to be best of friends that we can always rely on.
Yeah.
And there will not be any kind of a physical, other than you can kiss me on my head because I'm so short and you're so tall. But basically, no, we've never had sex and we have never even kissed on the
You're not
lips.
stopping.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
It's just, well, okay, who won the bet over there? Did you win or did you win?
Completely off the rails.
Off the
And
way.
now you're going to like in my face. That's how I want to do this.
Doug,
Okay.
wait a minute. Hold on. One second.
Yes,
Wait
sir.
1 second. Okay, everybody just chill for a second. Doug over here.
Did it just get like really hot in here?
Yeah. No, but Doug over here, we just got finished hanging with Martin Ross.
Right?
Going to Stanford, Yale, Juilliard.
Jeez.
Oh, but I mean,
You got to listen to that
just-
podcast.
mind
It's
blowing.
super
But you know,
mind-blowing. Yeah.
and to go from that,
Real
which I love it. I love it. This is all about improv, right? To this unhinged, just off the cuff. You're just guilty.
I'm
You'll get back.
guilty.
You're
I'm so guilty.
Where's
I
my
know.
thing? I'm gonna do like one of these.
I have
What do
one
you have?
little
You need a gravel?
37-second little ditty I wrote that
Let's
I have
go,
you in
girl.
mind.
Is
And
it a
what if
rap?
I can
Is it a
play
rap?
it?
Okay,
It's
she's
right
got me on.
here.
All
Do
right.
we need to get a beat
Wait,
going?
wait, wait.
I
Hold
think
on.
this will be okay. Let's hear and
Did you
see.
have-
What?
Okay. You've been drinking my beer.
Getting to know
I'm
you
not
is
drinking your
full of
beer.
New perspective, new depth, new meaning. The poet in you has awakened my somewhat dormant artistic flair for life. Somehow the morning's fresh air is fresher today. The sun's warmth is a healing passion today. The bird's idle chatter is the most precious song today. I thank you for planting this harmonic symphony of life and love in my heart today. You are truly
A gift. Thank you, Peter.
Oh, wow. That was about as sweet as you get. Oh,
So
thank you,
that's-
my dear. All right. Well,
that's
yeah,
you.
thank you.
You came to the house and
Okay.
played, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
nice.
But and I haven't picked up my bass in too long, and I'm
Okay.
bummed.
Now he
And
wasn't
that's
the inspiration
something you-
behind the bass. You
Oh
played
God, no!
before
I've been
that.
playing
Okay.
that forever.
Okay,
That's
got
my
it.
favorite. I got the flute, I got
Okay.
violin, I
Uh-huh.
got keys, I got all
Yeah.
that stuff. So
But she really did just gloss over all of that stuff. which
Yeah,
is-
no, I can tell.
Like-
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Uh-huh.
I like the way he's got his microphone.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
just got his
I
arm.
was-
He's not holding that shit. He's just got to
I
like.
told you I'm not new to
He's
this,
so
okay,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
I
That's the
mean,
most casual I've ever
I
seen.
mean,
anybody
honestly,
like
come
and you
on
can't
now.
even see it.
I
That's
know.
funny.
I know.
Thank
That's
You
cool.
can't see it. I see yours right
Well, I'm
here.
way down here. Remember me, little shorty poo.
Okay.
Anyway.
So, how did you get involved with like touring with Barry White?
My
for example?
eldest son's father,
Uh-huh.
Andy Kendanis. He's the one who toured with Mad Dogs and English with Joe Cocker and Barry a couple times. And lots of big peeps. He used to do studio stuff with Sly and the Family Stone.
Mhm.
So funkier than funky.
Yeah.
He was drummer, but he was also lead singer.
Uh-huh.
When you get a lead singer that's
And
a
a
drummer
drummer.
and they drive the whole thing and bring it all in,
That is like I
it's
love that.
amazing.
I know.
Yeah, he was way cool.
Uh-huh.
So we had an amazing. I've got 4 kids, 4 dads, 4 lifetimes, and
What?
you heard me.
You have?
I heard
I
you, but I
don't
didn't
need to, like-
understand you.
I just said like 4.
Yeah, you got it.
And I do like those multiple numbers like that, but
And there was only
the
one.
444? 4 dads,
Husbands,
4
kids. Yeah.
4 dads and 4 kids.
Yes.
Okay.
And 4 lifetimes.
And 4
That's
lifetimes.
important,
Yeah, absolutely.
And only one of them I didn't marry, and that was this one, and we were together longer than all
What's
the
this
rest.
one?
And this
Oh,
was
this one's
Andy
still here?
Kay,
Oh, okay.
who's
Okay.
toured with all these bands.
Okay.
Real quick, remember where you're at.
Yeah.
What are the lengths of time? I mean, were they kind of like was there a pattern that developed? I mean, was each one 20 years?
No, it was
or-
just the timing of it and the essence of what we had together, why we came
But
together.
what's the
to get
length
it
of time?
fulfilled. It
I mean,
it varied.
varied?
I was with him 5 years, probably the longest
Okay.
of all,
2?
and the others a couple years, 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just trying
Um,
to see if a pattern's.
Yeah, I hear you. Looking for
Yeah.
the pattern.
Yeah.
Another one built a houseboat in Sausalito in
Uh-huh.
67, 68. And right there when Otis Redding wrote Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, right there
Yeah.
at Richardson Bay
Well,
in
I-
Sausalito.
Oh wow.
I mean, there's just so many
I'm like
stories.
admiring you
That's what I mean by glossing
completely.
over.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
are
no,
just
that's very
following your heart, and you are doing
And
your
that's
thing.
exactly it.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling you for that,
And
and that
that's,
is very strong.
but I've never ended on bad terms. It was always an
Of
understood.
course, you were a
Look,
Quaker.
we
How
had
could you
this-
live? How
yeah.
could you? How
Thank
could
you. Oh.
leave on bad terms?
Is that a Quaker?
And
thing?
I had,
Quaker is a
I'll
spirit-
tell
a
you
deep
what, this
spiritual-
Quaker,
Like
this
the
was
fourth-
spirituality.
Well, you're looking at me like you want to tell me something.
I know.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I'm like,
I'm sorry,
Quaker?
I'm not up to my Quaker
No,
thing.
it's not just Quaker oats.
Okay. That's about as much as I didn't realize they had like a
I'm
whole.
like Quaker.
Yeah, man, she's defending Quakers hard over
Yeah,
there.
no.
You know
I've,
what?
like, studied
Because a lot of
Quakers.
people think of Quakers as puritanical and they were frightening.
What?
We're
oh,
not
no,
Puritan,
no.
We
They're
were,
gentle people.
again, the Society of Friends.
What? The society.
And we had
friends.
silent services
Yeah.
to where my father, every now and again, I'd ask if I could stay in and they'd go, okay. Because they knew that I would appreciate. And the elders sat on like 4 big old oak chairs on a platform maybe this high
Yeah.
above us. You know, they
Yeah.
were not individuals, not pastors
Yeah.
as such. And you would just speak whenever you felt called on.
Mm-hmm.
My father, of course, was always the speaker first, it seems. Yeah. And then he became a preacher and so on. But anyway, he, amazing man.
It's
He
kind of
would
like a
just
lifestyle with spirituality as the foundation.
Okay.
Yeah, you just
Mhm.
talk about what's on your mind and what
Mhm.
you're feeling, and all of a sudden somebody else will relate.
Mhm.
And then they'll go, oh my gosh, I had an experience, and then it goes around. Sometimes there's silence for however long, and then all of a sudden somebody will, okay, I'd like to share this. And that was our service.
Yeah, beautiful.
Nobody was preaching anything to us.
Yeah.
We were family.
And
we
here
were
you are, this like
all friends.
So your lifestyle
Yeah.
was like the anti-Quaker lifestyle in many ways. Like,
Well, it wasn't
I don't want to
really
say
an-
anti.
we were- no,
Yes,
anti.
I don't mean it that
alternate
way. I
Quaker.
mean just sort of a
Quaker plus.
No, it's just
There you
a version.
yeah,
a part
definitely.
of
I mean that was a foundational
Thank you.
element, obviously.
Yeah.
But you
Right.
But that's 2 on.
But when you come
when is your birthday?
April 7th, which
Okay,
is
or you're an
last
Aries.
Sunday. Oh yeah, big time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right in the heart
I
of
knew
it
you
all.
were a fire sign.
And tell them how old you are.
I'm 75 years old.
That's just unbelievable to me.
Well, my mother's 102 and a half.
I know,
and
but-
I got her
And-
gene pool.
and
I
Thank
saw
goodness.
your mom on Facebook.
Yeah.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, she is.
She's absolutely
You
beautiful,
know-
and so are you. I mean,
I gotta tell you
So her
this.
mom's my drinking buddy. So, the first time we sat
She
down
doesn't
together,
need a buddy. She
ordered
gotta
2
go
Liverpool
on,
for us, and
on her
we've
own.
been drinking ever since.
wow.
I've been out pushing her around her wheelchair, taking her. Nobody does that in the family. Nobody.
Wow.
So every time I come up every other month,
That
I
is
take her out,
amazing.
get her outside, see where she lives, and feel the breeze and feel the sun. And oh my goodness, little thing. It's the little things. And
That's
she just
absolutely
loves
amazing, though.
it.
And I'm just like still stunned
Mm.
by your age and your mom's age
Thank
and
you.
how amazing and healthy you are.
Created, which was amazing. She's very good. I have one of her paintings still hanging in my hallway. And with that, between art in the family, my mother's family mainly, and music, this just fits very well with my upbringing and what I experienced all through that. In my home, I had a number of other pictures on my walls. When yours came in, I knew right away where they were going. I'd take the other ones down because they've been up there plenty long, and I needed the newness, which you have brought me so much on so many levels of newness in my life that I thank you wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be that number one buyer thing,
No, no,
whatever.
no.
No. I'm just saying though, the ones that I have, I am absolutely in love with them.
Yeah.
Picasso
I
and
love Picasso.
right and
Yeah,
music heels.
I
and
love the
that
one
used
with the
to have-
bridge, the baby.
Oh my god! Oh,
you know,
that's
that
in my
reminds you of your
living room.
dad.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you had asked me the other day. We chatted if I could maybe get some photos of
Yeah.
all the. Okay, I've had a lot of my brothers come and help me hang them because they're way up high and I'm way short.
Mhm.
So on that note, I do have one brother who can come and help me, and I'll get some down. But otherwise, I figured I'd go around and take a picture
Sure.
of each one,
However you want to do
and then
Yeah.
make kind of a collage out of it. And you can
Sure.
do that, or I can do whatever.
Yeah.
But
Well,
so anyway, I love. I walk in there and I am so calm in my home, and every one of them lifts me on a different level. I just sit there and feel the essence. It's beautiful.
Well,
Thank you.
and I can't thank you. You probably noticed. Yeah, I'm looking at it. We'll get just a couple minutes. I probably while you're here. We were supposed to have the concert today. The backyard of Prop
Yeah.
51. I had to
Here we
call
go.
it, and man, bro, that was painful to call that.
But it
Yeah.
was a good call.
Yeah, it was a
Rain,
good
yeah,
call.
thank
cold, and
goodness.
stuff. I mean,
Oh yeah.
we had Martin Raw. I'll tell you who we were going to have
Okay.
just for
Oh,
grins.
now we get to hear.
Now you get to hear,
I
right?
can't even
Okay,
tell
but
him when
at
he's
the backyard
playing,
of
I
Prop
know.
51 today was supposed to be Farida on bass.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay, Martin Rossop
All right.
Yeah.
on sax, Tony Providence
Okay.
Oh,
drums. Like, if you know
really?
Tony
Oh,
at
okay,
all,
yeah.
okay, yeah, it would be his
Oh,
first
okay,
time
I've never seen him here.
in the
Yeah.
backyard.
Okay. that's good.
improv. I
Hey,
know
Tony.
him through Kid Funk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And who?
and
Oh, okay.
Kid
Jason
Funk.
Stewart.
Kid
Oh
Funk.
yeah.
So it would have been good. That was a bass
Awesome.
player, Kid Funk. So
Yeah.
yeah, so we don't have that, but we're
And I
here
will
today.
miss
And while
25th.
she's here, we got to talk to her and learn even more about her.
Yeah.
Some
There's
stuff's
so
gonna
much more.
stick with
Oh,
me. Oh, I'm sure.
are you
I'm sure.
kidding?
Yeah.
Just say it.
But you
Kevin's
picking up,
laughing.
picking
He's
up.
like, you know,
Yeah.
if there's anyone who has the space to hold all of
Right.
who you are, yeah, is this man.
Yes,
This
he
whole
does.
podcast could have just been about her.
Oh, I
music.
know that.
No,
Hey,
I
yeah,
get it.
no, I
I
get
get
that. We need like a 10-part series
Yeah.
here.
Like
yeah.
you heard like 3 of the 40 that she
Oh, I know. I can tell.
But in
yeah.
appreciation of her, we talked about her at length the last
We
podcast
did,
while
we
you were
did,
here,
yeah.
and we mentioned you randomly all
Right.
the time.
Mhm.
And I'm just gonna say again, thank you. One last time, she's here picking up the painting called "Path to Light,"
Oh my
Yeah.
which
goodness.
is a picture of the cross with the light behind
Oh
it.
my
We
God.
have the pastor right next to us here, so I'm glad that's going to you. That's
It is.
special. That's my
And the
first
angel right
illuminate.
down.
Yes.
I know.
Okay.
Then you came
And
out
what's
with this
really
next
weird,
one, yeah.
you've seen it. I have it wrapped up now just
Yes.
because I wanted to make it does.
Oh,
it's
when
a
I
thin
get home,
canvas,
I'll be
so it
opening
wouldn't
it
take
then,
much
and not
like
until I
luggage
get
to
there.
shift or something like
Yep,
that
nope.
happen. So that's
Does-
why it's packaged.
What
up
about the
right now.
light behind it?
So it's all there.
Just plug it
in.
It's there.
and
There's a
plug it.
panel. Plug it in.
Right above
Yeah.
my
And
writing
you-
desk.
and you- okay, so
my
yes.
roll top.
Oh, that or was on the little desk to the
No,
left
I
of
don't
it?
think so.
Okay,
I
well,
got
that's
your
call.
message, but
Okay.
I will see.
Well, it's your house. It's your call. I'm not there
And you
to
know,
enforce
it
anything
becomes
anyway.
a nightlight because occasionally I'll get up in the night,
Okay.
walk all the way down the hallway, turn the corner,
Well, that's
come down
funny
and
you
get something
say
out of
that.
the kitchen, like
Yeah.
drink of water or something.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah. But here's the
and
thing.
that would light it up.
Well, let me just as you see
Yes.
it because it's not on a dimmer, so it's that light
Yeah.
or no light.
Right.
But what's cool about it is you'll notice depending on what you do with the other lights,
Uh-huh.
when you turn off that light, you have that light
Oh,
whether it's
yeah, that's
daytime,
fine.
whether it's
Yeah.
direct light versus
Right, right.
indirect light, and all
Gotcha.
that. It'll totally change.
I know.
So when all the lights are off, it'll be super luminescent, which is great night light. You know,
My
if you totally
inspiration
turn
light.
it off, it's just very plain, almost
Yeah.
very undiscernible. You
I
get up
got
to
you.
see all that stuff. So
Okay.
no, I'm excited because
Oh, I can't
you
wait.
know,
You're gonna get
I
pictures
told you one of the
galore.
reasons she said she liked it is she wanted a night light to go to the bathroom.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, no, that was to get a drink of water.
Oh, to
Anyway,
drink water. Okay. Well, it's full circle.
or a piece
That's
of
what
chocolate.
happens.
Or anyway,
Pick it up, drop it off. With
Yeah.
but we need to at the end of this or whenever we
Yes.
need to get you back on my
Okay,
original
gotcha, yeah.
Facebook page.
All right. Well,
So all my peeps.
so we're gonna go
can
out there
see
now,
you.
and
Okay.
she's doing.
Oh,
her
why
thing.
aren't
This
you
is gonna
on
take
her original?
Yeah, it's a long story. I got
Okay.
hacked a couple of years
Oh,
ago.
got it.
And I opened up a secondary page, and he's the only one that can't get on my other one.
I can't find her profile.
You
The only
probably
profile-
blocked me.
Okay,
You have to
well,
unblock.
Okay,
We'll go
so
do that.
yeah, all right.
Okay,
we'll
we're
do
being
that now.
techy now. Whatever.
Before we get out
Yes.
of here, do you have a last question for her, or do you have a last statement?
Yeah, like I do.
I love life.
Yeah. Okay.
So, what are your tattoos?
Oh my goodness. This is all the family I spoke of.
Uh-huh.
Isis,
Mm-hmm.
the goddess of love and the goddess of motherhood, has been my person forever, ever. And that's her. And then my family, my mother's mother and family were born in Alexandria and Cairo, Egypt.
Wow,
So I
what
have the
a
pyramids and
background
the
you
Nile.
have.
And my grandfather was born in Athens, Greece, my mother's father.
Are you writing a book?
And
Are you writing an autobiography?
I've got probably about 30 of these filled.
Start the autobiography.
Well, no,
or the
just bits and
biography.
pieces.
Yeah. Okay.
And up here, I wanted something that was yin yang but universal.
Uh-huh.
So my gal, who when she started my tattoos 28 years ago at least, I'm not talking. Sorry.
I'm glad you noticed that.
Oh.
Forgot to pay attention.
Anyway,
I was scared to
she
reach over there again.
she's the one who's done I have 23 tattoos on my body,
Wow.
and I've got on the back Phoenix
Oh, you got 'em
Rising,
all- Oh, shit,
Wow.
you
that
got 'em
whole
all.
thing,
I thought I had.
and I have my bass over here with
Yeah.
music coming going.
Well, okay.
What does it say on the back? You've never
Mhm.
seen my back.
Wow.
Oh,
You're really
speaking.
strict
Oh,
with that policy.
speaking words of wisdom
Mhm.
that flows around all down my back and around with music symbols coming out of my
Speaking
face.
words of wisdom, like the Beatles
Yes,
song.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
So
beautiful.
just
Well, you
stuff
are a
that,
beautiful, beautiful lady.
Aw,
Yeah, you
thank
really are a
you.
beautiful spirit. Honestly.
and this connection is meant to be.
I'm having
beautiful,
fun.
Too.
Yeah, I'm having fun.
Okay,
So,
can we ask
before-
you guys now? Oh,
Yeah.
is there?
Yeah, you can ask a question. Go for
Yeah,
it.
go ahead.
Are you guys a couple?
We're hanging out.
You're
you
a
know.
couple of friends.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
we're friendly friends. I don't know.
That's so right.
No.
We love
no,
each of you independently and both of you together is very
We
cool.
just chill.
And you are amazing at everything you do to help. Thank you.
Is that a song?
She's just a friend. No, he did not actually. And I know he knows this.
I've
Okay?
never,
sing
I've
that.
never even held his hands. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
You were
see?
just hugging and
wait a
fighting.
minute.
No,
There's
no,
Yeah, we
video
don't hold
evidence.
hands. We just go
There's
right
no video
down.
evidence of that shit.
Do we have
Doug,
evidence?
erase that.
It's on here.
Oh,
Erase that part.
Well, you can always erase that.
When did I hug him?
No,
And now we're just
she
having
didn't
fun.
hug.
When did I hug
That didn't
him?
happen.
Put it all
When did I
around it.
hug him?
The world just
Oh,
saw
what a
that.
short memory.
Well,
you
not
have.
after I'm done editing. All right. I
And
love
on
you guys.
that note,
Yeah. Anything
Thank
else you
you.
want to say?
Thank
before
you.
we end?
Thank you, Ray.
You know what? Wait.
Pleasure.
One last thing.
yes.
What do you like about the backyard improv?
What do I like about everything? There's nothing I don't like. I love the way that you come out as an artist and a poet. I mean, you come out and you walk across that stage and you tell a story that every time is just like, oh my God, and then you come out with a gift in that story.
Yeah.
And the gift is the name of the song that these people that sometimes they've never ever met each other even, or played together much less, are just now going to do an improv scenario and create with what you created for them to create. It's a beautiful thing. I just, yeah, the essence.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should make sure that you get that excerpt right there
I'm
because she
hoping
said that
he's got it.
beautiful.
It's on there.
Yeah.
He has
Yeah.
all the video.
And
I'm just
I
saying.
thank you.
Not at all.
I'm not gonna have this video.
Every
after
team,
that.
every team.
Well, I love your relationship. I love,
Absolutely.
and it's good to see you together and to really feel that connection because I can
People
see
love
how
it
deep.
when we, like at the hotel where I say at the Hilton,
Yeah.
and we go in the
Well,
dining
does he
room. we're
think? Do people think he's your bodyguard?
Oh,
Yeah.
bodyguard. No, they think you're a
No, they
couple
think
because
he's
that's
my
if you go
buddy.
out with any
But
man
most
or
of the time I
woman,
tell
they
them
always
that
think
she's
you're a
my
couple.
bodyguard.
Yeah.
Oh, I can believe it.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I do
Watch
that all
out.
the
I
time.
might
Yeah,
be
she's my
small,
pit
but
bull.
I'm mighty.
Yeah.
And old, but I'm
I
mighty.
said, you ever heard of dynamite?
That's the one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Does she have a long fuse or is it a short fuse?
No, long.
Oh,
Short
no.
fuse.
Really?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
good
Yeah,
job.
You talking about
yeah.
What
you
are you singing?
again?
What do you figure that one out? Okay,
No,
right here.
that's a
Oh
long
shit.
fuse.
Okay.
Never
She
seen
gets
it.
mad.
Bro.
Okay.
She gets mad fast.
No.
Yeah. No.
She got a bit of a, she
Only when
No,
you
she's
lay
fire.
all
She's
the
an
time.
Aries. She's a fire sign.
All right.
Yeah.
That he's got to go. He's got
All
to
right.
Okay.
Doug,
Okay.
thank you
Bye.
so much.
Thank you,
Love you,
Doug.
love you.
Bye.
Thank
See
you.
you.
We out? Okay.